Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. We have another episode of 5 minutes of faida, 5 minutes of benefit. Today's guest is Brother Abdul Quddus. How are you, Akhi? May Allah reward you for taking the time out to share with the brothers and sisters for the episode, inshallah. Brother Abdul Quddus is from Benin. Okay? And unfortunately, in Benin, the practice of sihr, the practice of sorcery, black magic, voodoo, whatever you want to call it, is very widespread and prevalent. Is this not the case?
Yes.
We know in Islam, sihr is one of the major sins. Rather, it's one of the 7 destructive sins. The Prophet ﷺ says, "Ijtanibu sab'al mubiqat." He says, avoid the 7 destroyers. And he mentioned sihr, he mentioned shirk, to associate partners with Allah in worship. Okay? And then he went on to explain from those 7 destroyers is as-sihr, is sorcery. Allah Azza wa Jal tells in the Quran that they practice things that split a man from his wife, and they harm people, and they have sold their akhirah for a small piece. Waliyadhu billah. And there are other ayat in the Quran that talk about the evil of sihr, the evil of sorcery. So therefore, Brother Abdul Quddus, from your experiences and from what you've seen, what are some of the harms of sihr upon the people in their daily lives? I mean, is it real? What can it do from what you've actually seen and experienced in Benin?
Like I have seen a lot. Like I see people like being killed.
Being killed?
Yeah, without them like being
Billah.
touched.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah, like
SubhanAllah.
you sleep, the next thing you wake up there is like mad snakes around you.
SubhanAllah.
They take your kids' lives away because
Billah.
they're succeeding, they're doing good in school and stuff.
Jealousy, you're saying?
Yeah, jealousy.
Envy.
Yeah, so just for that, like they're ready, like, to take your life away. So, and actually, a lot of the brothers, they be believing it. So whenever things go down, it's like that's where they actually go. Instead of go to Allah, and pray,
they go to other sorcerers.
Yeah, they go to sorcerers.
Okay, so now that's another issue. Okay, the Prophet.
And the funny things about it is when they go to it, they still call Allah's name to make it work.
Why they doing shirk?
Yeah.
La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. The Prophet tells us that whoever goes to a kahin, a soothsayer, a diviner, okay, which is another type of dealing with shayateen, with devils and sorcery, فسأله شيئا فصدقه بما يقول فقد كفر بما أنزل على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. He asked him for something, and he asked him about something, and he believes him, then he has disbelieved in what has been sent down upon the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. So therefore it's haram to practice sihr. It's haram to remove sihr with sihr. The only way to remove sihr is through the dhikr of Allah and the shifa, the cure, and the remedy of Allah. Now, do the people who practice their religion strongly in Benin, are they affected by sihr? I mean, the people that have strong knowledge and practice, does anyone ever try to put a spell on them? Did you ever see someone not be affected by sihr because of their deen?
Like the people who really like do stuff like that, like they kind of stay like together. Sometimes they come to the city.
Okay.
And most of them, those who come to the city is like just to scam people. They're not really like. They don't really know what they're doing.
SubhanAllah.
So they come to the city just to try to, like scam people, get money.
Okay.
So those who believe it, they go, and spend the money, do whatever they ask them, but at the end, sometimes they think it works.
Okay. So, I mean, they're not that strong religiously then.
Yeah.
They're fooled.
Yeah.
So, a benefit that we can get for the brothers is what? Is that a benefit that we can take is that the more knowledge you have of Allah and of His deen, okay, and His names and His attributes, the closer you are to Allah, the further you're away from sihr. But the more foolish and ignorant you are, you fall victim to that sorcery. Okay, now, what are some of, we want to talk about now, some of the permissible ways of removing sihr? Not going to the magicians or the sorcerers, but Allah's dhikr, the Quran, doing the things that the Prophet ﷺ told us to do. Yani, have you ever seen people doing that in Benin? Or they just deal with going to other sorcerers?
No, I've seen a lot. Like they give their life to Allah, like only Him, So, then like my dad, he don't even want to hear like what it is. He don't believe in it. He don't go to see them. You know, whatever he needs some. You know,
Yes, Allah.
Allah.
Good or bad, the Prophet tells us. He said to Ibn Abbas in the hadith, وَإِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهَ. When you ask Allah. So that's a very important point that you mentioned, okay? Strong religion. Unfortunately, we ran out of time tonight. May Allah reward you. That was very beneficial. Thank you for taking the time out. Abdul Quddus. Jazakallah khairan. Hopefully all the viewers will benefit from what he's shared with us tonight. Walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Until the next episode, Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.